Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Steven, aka the Poke Technician, back here bringing you another battle video. And today we're back in the MDSL. It is week 5, and we have been in the middle of a really rough patch, I'll tell you. 3 straight losses. I think our opponent maybe winless, or might have won their week 3. I'm not 100% sure on that, but we'll go ahead and look for the battle. My opponent is packing Mons, kind of some scary threats, to be honest with you. Sandy Shock's actually not my biggest fear, even though it is an issue. Toxapex, Galarian Kuno, Rhydon, which is one of his Terra captains, Grimmsnarl, which I kind of expect to see come, Araquanid, highly possible too, Mousehold, Hitmontop, Dusknoir kind of just walls a lot of my team, Charizard, Tauros. This team it's a pretty good roster, I feel like. So it's hard to prep for, and hopefully I can just play a little bit better. But good luck to my opponent. It looks like we have found them here, and we'll hop into it. Okay, yeah, I'm scared of that Dusknoir. That's going to be a really big issue. Hopefully I can boost up with Sandslash and do a number to it. Okay, anyhow, leads, um, I do think that the Sandaconda is a pretty safe lead here. Did bring the Intimidate Mon, so Defiant Braviary could pop off a little bit. Double Intimidate, possibly. Could be Technician Hitmontop. All right, let's focus in here. Very odd set on the Sandaconda this week. As we see the Grimmsnarl leads, okay. Here, I'm going to just click the Glare. I'm going to spread hacks. I know it doesn't usually work out for me that great, but I'm going to do whatever I can to try and impede this team and set up for a possible late game sweep with either Comfey or the Alolan Sandslash. So we'll see what my opponent brings out. So far it's been Grim, which has Parting Shot. As out comes the Dusknoir. Finds my Rocky Helmet. Could Wisp me, but not overly scared of that with the Shed Skin, even though that didn't work out for me too great last week. Okay. Didn't see an item or anything yet. Can't do anything to this other than that, so it's probably kind of worth switching out here if we have something to go into, which we didn't prep well enough for this. I already knew it. It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't have great recovery outside of Pain Split. Might go for something like a Poltergeist here. Could go for the Will-O-Wisp though. I think either way staying in is actually not a bad option. Well, I can't do anything, so it's kind of pointless at the same time. I think we'll go out into the Braviary and hope for not a Will-O-Wisp. As lame as this sounds, this action path is not great. Yep, I should have just stayed in. That's twice now I've done that with Sandaconda. Twice. I don't understand why people keep doing that. It blows my mind. It's like they don't know it has Shed Skin. I just can't fathom it. Anyhow, we'll just click U-turn here. He'll probably just stay in. I don't know. I mean, he had to expect the switch, I guess. Sandaconda doesn't really do anything besides glare, like I said, so. He's probably comfortable sitting in there and taking anything I want to do anyways. So I'm not going to blame that on him versus me just making a bad play. Or Maybe the right play. But we need to find a way to wear that thing down and fast. Alright, so we make a good U-turn play here. I think it's a good play at least. And then here what we can do is probably just go straight back out to Sandaconda. Could potentially bring this in and hit the Chili. So now we've seen Dusknoir with Willow. And now we have in front of us the Sandy Shot. Might go for hazards here potentially. Could be. A U-turn on the switch. So I'm going to bring in the Slowking and threaten with that, hopefully. Hopefully this puts on some sort of pressure, seemingly, to him. Of course, he can Volt Switch. And if he does that, could be the Grim that comes in. Most likely, I would imagine. Or the Hitmontop. I think I am just going to... I want to click Surf so bad. I want to click Surf. Let me just very quickly, we got 30 seconds, see if I can calc this. No, I'm already on the wrong bar. So that's annoying. And he is a Sandy Shot. He's doing quite a lot to me. But I'm doing quite a lot in return. I think I am going to click the Surf. See if he just volts out. Thunderbolts, okay. That's not going to kill. And we should do pretty good damage here. Okay, he lives on a sliver. That's a little bit annoying. Okay, no problem though. So here we'll go into Rotom. Because Rotom should just be able to soak anything. Yep, another Thunderbolt. Should take that pretty well, yeah. Alright. And then here we can go for the Overheat. I don't think there's really anything he specifically wants to switch in. I hate having to click Overheat with Rotom Heat. I really wish they would give this thing like just Mystical Fire or something at least, you know? Gonna withdraw out into, what are we looking at? Charizard? Tauros, okay. Sensible. Sensible, sensible. Could have the Rock Slide, might just, oh, that does pretty good damage actually. Leading me to believe that this thing is potentially offensive. Right set, I believe it is. Tauros, Paldea Blaze, let's just say it's like Choice or something. Overheat, yeah, that looks close to right. Okay. So in this situation, I think we are just going to go back out into the Sandaconda. Back on out to the Sandaconda. Again, if he wants to Wisp spam, I guess be my guess. The problem is going to be the late game Dusknoir is just going to be so bulky. Okay. Goes for the CC. That's banded. That has to be banded, right? I'm max defense, max HP Sandaconda. Yeah, that's banded for sure. Okay. So another one kills, right? That's banded. 157, yeah, there's no way that I can get back to a healthy amount of HP, so I have to switch here. And knowing that that's banded, I think I'll go out into my Comfey. Get the Keyberry boost. I can start boosting with Calm Mind if the opportunity comes. Unfortunately, this does burn my Keyberry too. So if he can... Gosh, that does so much damage. That's crazy. That is unbelievable. Wow. I can't believe it does that much damage. That's insane. And then I think Charizard can just come in and block this, really. But I might go for Calm Mind into Draining Kiss, I think. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do here. See if they just go for another close combat. That is doing so much damage. It's unbelievable. Decides to withdraw. Okay, so we do get a free Calm Mind versus a contested one. As we see the Grimmsnarl come out. Okay. That's interesting. I'm going to go for a Draining Kiss here. Let me just see real quickly what you do at +1 to a Grimmsnarl. Not a lot. But we do get a lot of HP back. And what is it doing in return? Could be... We know it has Parting Shot for sure. Let's go for... Let's go for the Draining Kiss. Try to make sure we can keep this thing at least relatively healthy. Do a little bit of damage. Oh, a lot of bit of damage. This thing is not overly bulky. Yeah, that does some good damage. And okay, goes for the T-Wave. That is annoying, but hopefully not the end of the world. This, excuse me, this meta is absolute, and it is fine. This would be probably my preferred method almost. If I don't know, the meta is a little wacky, but this meta is very spam heavy in terms of why can't I think of the word? Status spam heavy. And funnily enough, as much as I usually like to adapt that as my playstyle, I don't think my team handles it particularly well. But that is, to a degree, kind of a result of my draft position and also just how my plan had to drastically change. I wonder what this Charizard wants to do. I'm curious. It's a little bit scary. But I think, let me just see. I'm now +2, +2, +1, and he's got a Charizard in here. Sword Power is doing 50% and doesn't look like there's a lot he can do. So I'm going to go for the Sword Power. If he belly drums, that would be really upsetting, but no, goes for the Flamethrower. Okay, that's not doing too much. I get parried. Okay, I'm not gonna tilt, not gonna tilt, not gonna tilt, not gonna tilt. We're not gonna tilt, dude. I think we Draining Kiss into another Sword Power. Don't tilt, don't tilt. That would have done half to this thing. That would have been so nice. Or potentially half. Actually more than half. Looking at it now, it's 58 to 68. So I think we get a Draining Kiss. That does very little damage. But we get some back. See if he clicks the Flamethrower again. Yeah, okay. Oh my gosh, that's actually doing quite a bit. Let's go for the Stored Power. Let's get our damage off. Charizard hits the Flamethrower. I hope that doesn't KO. It doesn't. Okay, good. And we get a big Stored Power off. That's doing not actually too much. So this might be a V. Which is... Hold on a sec. So he didn't bring the Rhydon, so that makes this less valuable to a degree. Zard, AV, Flamethrower, Tauros, Hitmon. Okay. Let me just get out of this. I think we will maybe switch out here into Machiavelli. And this could be potentially a good time to try and get off mini sweep, or maybe just get some additional chip off. So he goes for another flamethrower. Okay, we bulk that all right. And I think here I do want to go for um, the chilly reception, or I could go for a yawn. And who's he bringing into this? Probably the Grimmsnarl, which can just parting shot out. So no, I think chilly is the way to go. Withdraws, okay, good. And so now we're not forced to go into Sandslash, but it isn't a bad Pokemon to go into. As he does bring this out. Okay, yep, that's annoying for sure. So now we need to find a way to get damage off on this. And that might be through means of a Rotom Sack. I think it is. Because look at all my options. I mean, my options are highly diminished right now. He is paralyzed, though. I think let's start with Rotom, for sure. And here we can either Volt Switch. He has a ground type, but he's probably expecting potentially an Overheat. Or not, I don't know. But even if he did switch that in, I don't think that's too favorable of a position. Okay. Let's just breathe for a second here. I think we go for the Volt Switch. Seems like a pretty high reward play right now. Yep, so we just get free damage off, is my thought, basically. And then we can probably go back into the Braviary, which is kind of just here to defog now and maybe take some hits. Unless it gets a Defiant boost. What did he switch in last time? I forget, but I think that's a pretty good swap, predicting maybe a Poltergeist right here. Yeah, okay. So we blocked the Poltergeist, that's nice. He's got lefties, that's kind of to be expected, obviously, right? And in fact, I am... no Toxapex, no Araquanid, maybe some rocks later in the game. And that could be annoying, but at the same time, I don't think that I'm that scared. Okay. I think I will go for the Brave Bird here. I mean, is he ever going to get paralyzed? We'll see. My luck's pretty trash usually, but whatever. Sunny Day. Okay. Good play. I like that. I like that. That's fun. Not the end of the world either. Because I wasn't ready to go in for the sweep quite yet. Although it's always nice to be able to switch in and just outspeed things. Here I think we're back. Might as well go for the U-turn, I think. See if he decides to switch. He does. Oh, phew, okay. Good, so this U-turn could play out fairly well for me. 1, 2, 3, kick. Okay, gives me the Defiant, so I go back to basically a neutral attack. It's going to be not very effective, but we'll get a little bit of chip nonetheless. Little bit of chip nonetheless. And then who are we out into here? Is this a Rotom angle? Is this a back into Serpensentia? I don't think so, because until that ghost goes away, that thing's almost just useless, to be quite frank with you. Let's say Hitmontop. let's say he's a bulky set just for fun. Slow King. This one. Psychic is doing just over half. And that's with heavy duty boots. This could be like assault vest. It's almost guaranteed packing knockoff. In which case I think Rotom is probably the best play. And why I say that is if we do take a lot of damage here, we can always pain split that off later. As you can see, I went with the low HP this time. Low HP, high defenses, so we'll see if that helps us at all. May or may not. May just cause us to get KO'd later on. But here, I think an overheat is probably pretty good. And that's indeed what I'm going to go for. Yeah, just get a nice big overheat off here. Does some really good damage. And we'll see the close combat come off. Is everything banded? I don't know. I was looking at the wrong Pokemon too. I was looking at Hitmonchan instead of Hitmontop. But let's say it's something like that. And we are looking at our Rotom. Heat. Overheat looks correct. And yeah, he's a more offensive set, it seems like. We're at 35 seconds already. Gosh, this timer's crazy. But it's good. It's good for the game, the timer. Just not the amount of time that they give you by default. Okay, so he is ceasing. I might just go back into the snake here. I don't think it's a game winner in this matchup. I think it is here to soak some hits, spread some Rocky Helmet damage, so yeah. Okay, and we do see the Sucker Punch, so that's kind of nice. Could very well have the triple Axle, but it's going to take, I think, at least 2 Rocky Helmet hits on that. And in this situation, tempted to rest. And in fact, I think the rest might be the optimal play here, because I think he is just going to go back out into, well, let's see. Back out into the Ghost, probably. So let's go ahead and rest. Withdraws 1, 2, 3 kick. It's Charizard. Oh, okay. Interesting. So we see Zardo come back. And this thing has revealed nothing but flamethrowers, so I'm not willing to lock in an AV quite yet. Didn't calc it. That just looked like it to me, so... Sunlight goes away, which is nice. Shed Skin immediate. This is perfect. Okay. So here we do just Glare. Wish we had rocks. I should have brought rocks for sure. What's for Flamethrower? Wow. Maybe that is some sort of choice item. A Specs, perhaps. I guess I should calc it. That did more damage than I expected, I guess. Maybe I'm crazy. Charizard. Yeah. That's so Specs. Okay. Alright, that's fine. So that means we can go back out to Machiavelli. So that was a really kind of lucky Shed Skin turn there. You see the Flamethrower come off again. Yeah, that's doing considerable damage. I guess I'm not all that surprised with Specs. Okay, so now we have things in a place where I think potentially, do we keep holding off on it or do we just go for it, you know? Well, I think there's no doubt we click the Chilly Reception here. As he withdraws, okay. We see Taylor. Okay. Oh, Taylor. You might be in for a world of hurt, Taylor. I think now is definitely the time. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna breathe. I know he has Mach Punch for sure. But I have Clear Amulet, and that was maybe one of the smartest changes I could have made here. Prior to this, I had an Assault Vest out, and it was doing like no damage. So here, I think, keep in mind he did have the Sunny Day, but I think here we do just Swords Dance. I think he's gonna go for the Thunder Wave potentially, or the Parting Shot, but either way, we Swords Dance. Okay. Let's stay calm. I think this either wins it or loses it for us in terms of we at least need to punch a huge hole here. We'll see if he goes for like a foul play. That would be pretty disappointing. Goes for the Parting Shot. Cannot Parting Shot me because of the Clear Amulet. And I get the Swords Dance up. So this may be exactly what we need, guys. So here, we're going to just click the Iron Head. KO the Grimmsnarl, so that's 1 KO for Sandslash. KO's Grim. Alright, stay calm. Let's stay calm. Keep our wits about us. We know that this does Oko. So he sends out Iari. So let me take a look at a very, very bulky Dusk Noir. Fuck, man, I've got to... Sorry, I shouldn't have sworn there. Not on YouTube, at least. Gotta pull this up quick. Okay, and let's just say you're like max. Because you probably will be. And let's say we are +2. I think an Iron Head will kill. Might not, but I'm gonna go for it anyway, baby. And it does KO. Wow. Okay, so that's 2 KOs for Sandslash. All right, we like that. You have to imagine at some point that the Hitmontop is coming in to go for like a Mach Punch. Okay, it's Tauros. He can't intimidate me. He's way too low. I've got the Earthquake. And so here we just go for the Earthquake. Very safe. Very, very safe. Take that out. So Sandslash, KOs, Tauros. And if we can get some good differential on this game and win it, that will look pretty good for our chances in terms of getting back into the playoff race. It's showing that I do 49% with Iron Head here. Do I risk that? It says guaranteed Oko. Rock Slide would also KO. Hold on, is this his? No, his Terra was Duskmar. Okay. Or Right On, but he didn't do that. Okay. Do we go Rock Slide or do we go Iron Head? I think we go... I'm not willing to risk it on a miss. I think Iron Head gives us the best chance. Yep. Okay. So we KO Zard. That is very, very good. This game is getting pretty close to over. As he brings in Carnage, we should be able to easily take this out with an Earthquake. Or an Iron Head. And what's left? Who's that? Okay, yeah, we'll just go Earthquake. Oh, he outspeeds. But he doesn't KO. So this thing is Scarf. Okay, phew. So we KO, Shocks, Sandy Shocks. And let's see if I think we should be able to KO this Hitmontop as well, potentially. Oh yeah. Although it may be able to Mach Punch kill me at this point. Oh no, it's Intimidate. I doubt it does then. So we will just go for the Earthquake. Goes for the Sucker. Doesn't take me out. And that is going to be a 6-0 Alolan Sandslash sweep. So now I got to get all my old battles up, even though they're losses. I do want to upload those. It's just been hectic, and taking that many L's in a row is difficult. But I'll get those uploaded for you guys. Thank you so much to my opponent for the battle. Sorry it kind of continues their losing streak, and but it really helps me get back into the playoff hunt. So thanks for watching, everyone. We'll catch you in the next video. Peace.